Here's another way to own gold, digitally. CoinShares meet blockchain.com meet MKS. What that really means, Europe's largest digital asset manager meet a blockchain platform meet a gold group. The result? DGLD, a digital token that represents gold stored in a Swiss vault that you can track in a Bitcoin network. Want to redeem it? Go ahead. You can get a 400-ounce LBMA bar from a vault in Switzerland and get it FedExed right to your door. If you don't have enough tokens, then you can swap them for smaller amounts of gold, like 1 gram for $50. The pitch is it's as easy as owning a gold ETF without all the middlemen of owning a gold ETF. DGLD will first be available exclusively on The Pit, a blockchain crypto exchange. And they aren't the only ones who've tried this. There have been over 30 other attempts to start a gold trading blockchain platform and get it right. CoinShares hopes it can be the one to strike gold. I recently caught up with Danny and I asked him what makes his product so different.
Many of the people that have attempted this in earlier times have not had the credibility within the gold community to do this. So they've self-custodied their gold, or they've used some third-party agent to custody the gold. We're using a gold partner through MKS and PAMP that is the world leader, and with whom a number of Swiss banks, billionaires and banks, keep their gold and have done for many, many years with that organization. So that, I think, is one barrier, and we're very proud to be working with that group. The second barrier is obviously the distribution. This is where the blockchain relationship is so important, and I think that when we look at the digital asset universe as it's beginning to emerge with real estate and bonds and commodities being tokenized, I believe it's actually the people with the largest wallet infrastructures that will win. It's a little bit like the Amazon of retail when you think about big wallet distribution like blockchain. It's the natural place where all digital assets should live.
How easy or hard is it to make a market?
Well, we're also engaging, as the ETF players do actually, we're also engaging with some of the world's best authorized participants, and those authorized participants will keep this marketplace arbitrage free. Authorized participants will be financial companies that have the ability to create tokens if there's demand, or indeed, if the token price starts to deviate downwards from the price of gold, to redeem those tokens for gold, thereby keeping it in line with the price of gold at all times.
Can you walk me through some of the other attempts that have happened and what you noticed didn't work, and then how you tried to correct for it?
There's been some other credible attempts as well. The RMG project, which was backed by the Chicago Mercantile Exchange and the Royal Mint here in London, that failed also, but that was more to do with regulatory issues here in the UK around the construction of their particular situation they had. We solved for that by working with the Swiss regulators, who are frankly much more advanced than the regulators here in the UK and are much more supportive of the digital asset space. So being Swiss-based, I think, is a big advantage in that respect.
Do you just stop with gold? Do you diversify into other commodities as well and offer those products? And can you walk us through that?
Well, gold is particularly suited for digitization because in a lot of regulatory jurisdictions it's not a specified investment and therefore doesn't fall within the regulatory framework of many, many countries, making it almost like a currency and very freely exchangeable. But in terms of its physical characteristics, what we will look to do next is we'll look to tokenize further hard assets. I would imagine silver would be probably top of that list, and then we'll probably go through the other precious metals like platinum and palladium before turning our attention to base metals.
I was going to say, is there a market for some of the base metals that are just traded differently than the precious?
Well, we haven't really delved into that in great detail yet, but I think unlike gold, where allocated gold has a very particular position in the financial universe, obviously when you get into copper, aluminum, zinc, nickel, tin and so on in the base metal world, that concept of allocation isn't quite as strong and isn't quite as well trodden as in gold. But we think there might be more trading type applications for the technology and the tokenization in the base metal space than there is investment opportunity in the gold and silver space.